Hey folks, today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the rear brake pads on all 2009 through 2026 Ram 1500 Classics. This one in particular is the 5.7 liter 2019. So we're looking at the wheel off, jacked safely up and on stands, and wheels chalked for safety. And then we're going to look at the back here. I'll get you a better angle for the caliper slide pin bolts. Alright, so at the back of the caliper here, you'll see a 10 mil bolt here on the bottom and one on the top. We have to remove those. Alright, so with the rear brakes, you have to disengage the parking brake, whether it be electronic or mechanical. So we have it jacked safely up and chalked safely because there's nothing holding it back right now. So we are disengaged, and we can now take off the caliper. There's a little lip on here. On the driver's side, the lip is on the bottom and you have to push the caliper up and swing it out. On the passenger side, it is on the top and you have to push down. I'll show you in a sec. So if you see this little ear, you have to push that ear down to get out of the bracket, and then you're good to swing it out. All right, and with the brake fluid reservoir open so the pressure can go back into the reservoir, we're going to take a pad spreader tool, slide it in there, and we're going to compress the piston down. Once it bottoms out, loosen it back and take the tool out. Next thing you want to do is inspect these slide pins, make sure they move back and forth. If they don't move as you need them to, push it to one side, pull back your boot, put a little grease in there, and push it to the other side and do the same thing. Wiggle it till it has good movement. Ours have good movement, so we can proceed on to the next step. Just set this gently aside, make sure it doesn't fall. Now we take our old pads out. You may need a screwdriver. Then we take our anti-rattle clips off here. And we're going to take our wire brush and clean up all the contact points of any corrosion. All right, now our anti-rattle clips, we get our new ones and put them on. Just put them the same way you took the old ones off. All right, then you grab your new pads and you want these ears to rest in like that. And the new ones, you will have to shove them down to spread out this gap here. But first, before we do that, we're going to grease up the ears here. And we can put a little bit on the clips. So the particular pads that we bought don't have any wear indicator bars, so they both can go either way. Doesn't matter if it's inner or outer. The only thing you need to worry about for the inner, you have this bracket. If you're taking the bracket off, it's a little easier to put these on. If you don't want to take the bracket off, you can slide it in at an angle and put it on that way. Make sure that the pad is straight and continue with the next one. Front one's easier. All right, next we're going to inspect the piston, make sure there's no leakage and that your boot is sealed nicely over the piston. We're all even and all good and all dry. So we're going to take some of the grease that the pads came with. We're going to apply it around the mating surface of the piston and on the ears on the caliper. All right, next we have to get the caliper back on. Just swing it back down, and you're going to take the slider pins, push them out like that, and we're going to slide it over top. And remember, the lip on the top for the passenger side, on the driver's side it's on the bottom, so that has to go in first. So get it on our anti-rattle clip. Then we take our 2 bolts, put them back in. Just wiggle your caliper back and forth till you feel it seat. Now, just to clarify, the spec does call for 25 foot-pounds on these, but I did that and my torque wrench didn't click and then it snapped before it could reach that, so we're just going to do ours hand tight. All right, now the only thing left to do, obviously, is pump up your brakes. I like to pump them up between each brake that I do, just to make sure everything's all firm. Then you go ahead and close your fluid reservoir, close up your hood, tighten your wheel lug nuts back on once you get your wheel on. If you have acorn or cone shaped lug nuts, they go to 130 foot-pounds of torque. If you have flat lug nuts, they go to 140 foot-pounds of torque. Then just take it for a test drive on a not very busy road, nice and slow. Take it easy, make sure everything's all good. And as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully this was helpful.